And then obviously, you went on the second tour in 2019, or sorry, 2017, I should say, and it didn't quite pan out the way you would have hoped. Does it give you renewed kind of aspirations to pick up where you left off in 2013 with there being a tour to South Africa next year?
I guess to answer your question in a word, it'd be I would love honestly to have that to be able to tour the lines again would be huge. Obviously, you've got to be playing your best rugby. You want to be flying by then, and coming back to Wales and having the glimpse of feeling like me again and playing like me, towards the end of the Six Nations. I want to be in those mixes. I want to be in that fold. I want to be in those conversations again. And for me, there were two very different tours. Tasman 13, it was incredible, and Tasman 17 was for me physically, but also mentally a lot harder. I was at Northampton at the time. We got caught in that weird seventh playoff, where you then have to play an extra 2 games. And then it happened. So in those 2 games, I popped a rib out. Then I also popped my SC out as well. And then you're going out to New Zealand, probably one of the hardest places to tour. You've got already 20 odd games, hard games. 25, 26 games in you. You've just popped the rib out. You just popped an SC out, but you're never ever going to turn down the opportunity to represent the Lions. As you well know, you can get yourself ready. And I was like, I'm going to go and try and make the biggest impact as I could. I didn't get picked for the first test, so that obviously put a bit in my teeth, and I was chomping to go. And then I got picked for the midweek game. And then basically, I think Robbie Henshaw went off he melted his shoulder in the first 5 minutes. So I went from the sting on into 13, which is fine. Playing 13, and at that point, I think my body just gave out, and there was nothing I could do. Everything was hanging on. My lungs were on the floor, and then my hamstring tore towards the end of the first half. And then I just thought to myself, well, do you know what I mean? It's not too bad. I'll plodded on, got to half time, got Strata, came back out the second half, and then did a proper job of it then. And I just thought, well, if this is my last time in a Lions jersey, I want to give it everything until I can't walk. And which sounds heroic, but then when you tear your hamstring, you can't walk. It's not ideal. So that still fuels me today. The feeling I had, I was like, I never want to feel like this again. And again, that was one of the reasons to come back to Wales, and one of the reasons that I 100% focused, hopefully, on the future as it happens.